If I could ask you to please remain standing, remove your hats, and face the flag, as our high school choir, under the direction of Miss Allison Kerner, will perform our national anthem. Welcome to the 2023 Auburndale High School Commencement Ceremony. I'm Steve Van Wy, the principal of Auburndale High School and a proud alumni from the class of 1998. I'm honored to be here today to welcome you all here. I do want to point out that we are streaming this, and if anyone is unable to attend, if you direct them to our school website, they can join virtually as well to the ceremony. As part of my welcome, there are some people I would like to start off by recognizing. I am joined on the stage with 3 school board members, Sheila Cherney, Kayla Goetz, and Sue Rabb. And also joining us in the gymnasium is Scott Carl and Mike Sable, if you guys can stand as well. Let's give our board members a round of applause, and thanks for all they do for our district and our community. I would also like to recognize our teachers, staff, and coaches who are here. We are extremely fortunate to have this dedicated group of educators in Auburndale. If I could have you stand, if you are a staff member, a teacher, or a coach of our students here at Auburndale, can you please stand so we can give you a round of applause? Thank you for being here tonight. Next, I would like to welcome all the family, parents, and friends who are here today. So many of you have contributed to get these students here today. No matter your role, your presence tonight is much appreciated. Thank you all for coming. Lastly, the reason we are all here today. This group of students, soon to be alumni, sitting here before us. I've had the privilege of being their principal for the last 4 years. I've seen them grow both in height as well as in character. They're an extremely talented group, and undoubtedly they will be missed. Each year as another class walks across the stage, I think about how they will be remembered. Having been blessed to be able to coach many of you in football and work with many others in tractor club, I've gotten to know you well. This group, I believe, will be remembered for their leadership. Whether it was in athletics, extracurriculars, band, or even tractor club, they were always willing to step up and be leaders. They welcomed the younger students and included them. Their positive leadership will be missed. If there's one piece of advice that I can give you, it is always to remember that you will make a difference in many people's lives. Strive to make that difference a positive difference, whether it's helping a neighbor with leaves or being there for a friend who's going through a difficult time. As Adam Peterson said, be the yellow, make a positive imprint on others. At this time, I would like to turn things over to our superintendent for the district address. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Kevin Yeske.
Thank you, Mr. Van Wy. Good evening and welcome to all friends, family, staff, community members, parents, and of course, our graduates. I am Kevin Yeske, District Administrator, and it's my pleasure to be part of tonight's ceremony. I have been fortunate enough to know many of the students in this class, since my son's name will also be called tonight to receive his diploma as a graduate of the class of 2023. It is through his relationships with his friends, teammates, classmates, and other school organizations that I have been able to build bonds with parents, siblings, teachers, coaches, and other important people in his life and our community. I am proud to be part of this community and thankful for your help in supporting, encouraging, and raising my son. Each of our graduates tonight fall into one of three categories in their family order. They're either the firstborn, the middle child, or the youngest child. I'm going to ask each of the graduates tonight to stand as your family order classification is read, so you can be recognized according to a recent psychiatric study regarding the personality of each type of student. You're already snickering. If you are the firstborn, the oldest in your family, please stand. Let me tell you about the firstborn. The oldest child, goal-oriented, outspoken, stubborn, independent, bossy, timely, a perfectionist, a go-getter, responsible, role model, determined, rule follower, and hard worker. I will let you make your own conclusions regarding these characteristics on those standing. You may be seated. The middle child, and that could be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, or 7, or wherever you are. If you are the middle child, please stand. The middle child or children are diplomatic, nurturing, introspective, tentative, peacekeepers, rebellious, creative, flexible, adaptable, social butterfly, dreamer, generous, competitive, and funny. Parents and friends, does that describe those that are standing? You may be seated. The youngest child, the babies. The youngest in the family is the risk taker, laid back, outgoing, dependent, persistent, fun-loving, charming, easygoing, free-spirited, and spoiled. I see my son is standing, and for the most part, I would say these describe him fairly well. You may be seated. Regardless of your birth order, personality, traits, or characteristics, I stand before you tonight confident in your ability to face the challenges that you will encounter in the next stage of your life. I heard a speech from my grandfather, who told it to my father, who told it to me, and I'm sure I've repeated it to my sons, as I'm sure many of you have done as well. The story goes something like this. When I was growing up, we had to walk to school 5 miles uphill, both ways, in winter. And we couldn't afford shoes. And the snow was a lot deeper in those days. So don't tell me how tough it is nowadays. How many heard that story from your parents and your grandparents? Exactly. I'm guessing from the smiles and the snickers and the comments occurring at this time that our grandfathers and fathers probably lived in the same neighborhood, attended the same school, since everyone recalls that story passed on from generations extending more than 100 years. This story is told to either remind us or to scare us into believing that times back then were tougher, life was harder, and people were more thankful and appreciative for what they had than they are now. I'm here to tell you tonight that the times have changed, but the characteristics needed to be successful in whatever path you choose to follow haven't. There was a study done recently in which the most successful people in all professions were interviewed, researched, or studied to find the top 10 traits, regardless of their level of education, regardless of their family financial situation, or other demographic factors. Here are the traits that the highly successful cultivate. I'm going to ask graduates, think about this. People in the crowd, think about this. How many of these top 10 traits do you have? Number 1, drive. You have the determination to work harder than most and make sure things get done. You pride yourselves on seeing things completed and take charge when necessary. You drive yourself with purpose and align yourself with excellence. Number 2, self-reliance. You can shoulder responsibilities and be accountable. You make hard decisions and stand by them. To think for yourself is to know yourself. Number 3, willpower. You have the strength to see things through. You don't waver or procrastinate. When you want it, you make it happen. The world's greatest achievers are those who have stayed focused on their goals and been consistent in their efforts. Number 4, patience. You're willing to be patient and you understand that in everything there are failures and frustrations. To take them personally would be a detriment. Number 5, integrity. This should not have to be said, but it's one of the most important attributes you can cultivate. Honesty is the best policy for everything you do. Integrity nurtures character and defines who you are. Number 6, passion. If you want to succeed, if you want to live, it's not politeness, but rather passion that will get you there. Life is 10% what you experience and 90% how you respond to it. Connection, number 7. You can relate to others, which brings about opportunity for further depth and meaning for everything you do. Number 8, optimism. You know there's much to achieve and much good in this world, and you know what's worth fighting for. Optimism is a strategy for making a better future. This is important. Unless you believe that the future can be better, you're unlikely to step up and take responsibility for making it so. 9, self-confidence. You trust yourself. It's as simple as that. And when you have that unshakable trust in yourself, you're already one step closer to success. And last but not least, number 10, communication. You work to communicate and pay attention to the communicators around you. Most importantly, you hear what isn't being said. When communication is present, trust and respect follow. No one plans on being mediocre. Mediocrity happens when you don't plan. If you want to succeed, learn the traits that will make you successful and plan on living them out each and every day. A couple of months ago, I heard a speech that reminded me of my grandfather, my father, my son, and my grandson, who at this time is about 3 months old. I want to share with you tonight and hope that you will continue to cherish and remember the past, embrace and commit to the present, and improve and build a better future. The speech by Aaron McKee was given at a tribute honoring his basketball coach, Don Cheney, at Temple University. The speech goes like this. I had a conversation with a friend one day. We were talking about family life. I asked him, how do you see your kid's future? And he said to me, my grandfather walked 10 miles to work every day. My father walked 5. I'm driving a Cadillac. My son is in a Mercedes. He said, my grandson will be in a Ferrari. But he said, my great-grandson will be walking again. So I asked him, why is that? And he said, tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. He said to me, many will not understand, but you have to raise warriors. To the parents and community here tonight, thank you for your support of these graduates in our educational system in Auburndale. For the staff, school board, administrators, support staff, and other school employees, thank you for your continuous guidance and commitment to our students and each other to inspire the next generation. And for the students, thank you for your participation in the speech and listening to the message. It is my hope that each of you will leave here today as an Auburndale Eagle alum with the character, personality, and traits of a warrior. Thank you.
Next, we will have Michaela Boyer, accompanied by fellow senior Kimberly Lundgren, under the direction of Miss Allison Kerner, sing Almost There from Disney's The Princess and the Frog, arranged by Randy Newman.
That's just gonna have to wait a while. Ain't got time for messing around, and it's not my style. This old town can slow you down, people taking the easy way. But I know exactly where I'm going. I'm getting closer and closer every day, and I'm almost there. People down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I've had my share. There ain't nothing gonna stop almost there. I remember Daddy told me fairy tales can come true, but you gotta make them happen. It all depends on you. So I work real hard each and every day. Nothing's for sure going my way. Just doing what I do. Look out, boys, I'm coming through, and I'm almost there. People gonna come here from everywhere, and I'm almost there. Oh, I'm almost there. There's been trials and tribulations. You know I've had my share, but I climbed a mountain, I crossed the river, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Oh, I'm almost there.
At this point, please give a warm welcome to our class of 2023 valedictorian, Miss Anna Marie Alley.
Thank you, Mr. Van Wyde, and thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff who made these past 4 years everything that they were. It is my honor to be delivering this message in front of you all today. I am sure you are all as excited as me to be celebrating the individuals of Auburndale High School's class of 2023. As a class, we have grown to become stellar individuals. We have all supported one another, and I am grateful to say that for the most part, we all get along and have fun. I am going to reminisce about the past. We can all remember walking through those big glass doors on our first day of 4K, meeting our friends for the first time, walking down the halls with our snail hands, finally getting to play on the big kid playground, and so many other memories that feel like they happened yesterday. Sometimes I wish we could go back now that we know what's ahead. I would love to go back and actually utilize our nap times instead of just pretending to be asleep. As a class, we have overcome many challenges, including recovering and returning back to the so-called norm of being in school after the COVID-19 pandemic. Reading through my classmates' favorite memories throughout their journey at Auburndale brought me back in time, reliving the moments that we didn't realize would be gone and never come back. I remember the excitement that the fans and football team had when they defeated Colby on their own field, how much teamwork we had during our homecoming games, resulting in us winning the past 2 years, how our drive your tractor to school days have the biggest turnouts but always fall on the coldest of days, and how you either sang your heart out at elementary concerts or stayed silent and lip-sang to make your mom happy. All of these moments that we reflect upon will always be memories, stories we will one day tell our children and grandchildren about. They will be saying the same thing we say to our parents. You did what? Because just like that, things change. We are all going to have obstacles to overcome throughout our future, some more than others. There's someone in my life that particularly sticks out in mind when talking about overcoming obstacles, my grandma. Many of you know her by her bright and bubbly self. Others may know her as the proud, competitive grandmother. When I face a challenge at any point in my life, I get through it. How? My grandma. You see, my grandma has been through everything a person should not have to go through in their lifetime. She has had and defeated 4 different cancers in the past 16 years. She was in the hospital with appendix and stomach cancer over Christmas 4 years ago. She lost one of her sisters at the age of 47 and 3 more of her sisters within the last 5 years. She even had to bury her own daughter, who was only 7, because of a very rare disease. She also, hold up. I missed the part. She lost her father when she was a senior in high school and her mother at the age of 25. With all that, like anybody else, she has lost several other friends and loved ones along the way. Mind you, she is not very old. Through all of this heartache, through all of the pain and doubt she was feeling, she never gave up. She did the opposite. She worked harder. She worked harder to be a role model, supporter, and someone others could count on. These obstacles in her life opened her eyes to how fragile everyone is in this world. Everyone has a ticking clock. The problem is, nobody knows when theirs is going to end. My grandma knew that through these challenging times, there would be people counting on her to come out of every scenario and be a presence in their lives. She was always attending all of her grandkids' events and to show her love and support. She knew that there were going to be brighter days ahead. She came out a stronger person through each challenge in her life, and she is still a vibrant, happy, courageous, and inspiring individual. What I want all of you to do in your future when you hit a bump in the road, when you feel like giving up, look ahead. You need to look beyond the challenge, see the outcomes and its advantages. Think of someone who has had it worse than you and how they overcame their doubts, that person that inspires you to never give up and to always work hard for what you want. My person is my grandma. Think about that other person and how they did not give up, even when all odds were against them. One thing that will never fail you is hard work. Sure, you will still come to face challenges throughout your life, but you can always rely on yourself and your hard work to get you through it. Set goals for yourself to get through challenges. Take every opportunity life throws at you and never give up. By taking every opportunity, you are preventing yourself from saying, what if I would have done this? And instead, you are going forward with no regrets. Your hard work will get you places. And even in times of doubt, you get to control it. You get to choose to come out a stronger person. So through all of your challenges in life, remember that you get to control your outcome, but you have to have the right mindset and motivation to be successful. This is the way to leave your mark in the world and find your true potential. My fellow classmates, this is it. Look around. Look at the people sitting next to you. Take everything in, because just like the last 18 years of our lives, everything comes and goes in an instant. Many of us wish we could press replay and start all over, while some of us can't wait to get out of this place. In all reality, this will be the last time that we all gather amongst one another. We will all be going off to pursue our dreams, meet new people, make new friends, start families, or travel the world. We will become busy, and eventually our days of our last 4 years of high school together will begin to become foggy and leave us only with distant memories. One thing that will always bring us remembrance of one another is all of the experiences we had together, when we were making memories without even realizing it. One of our chapters is closing. There are so many others awaiting us in our future. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. I am proud to say that I graduate with the class of 2023. We all left an everlasting mark on this school in terms of leadership, character, and hard work. All of us, we did it together. Thank you, class of 2023, for making these past 14 years so cherishable.
Next, Auburndale High School Band, under the direction of Mrs. Jenny Nesky, will perform Home by Philip Phillip, arranged by Michael Brown. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Brandon Roberson as he gives his keynote speech for the class of 2023.
Hi, I'm Coach B. Everybody thinks it's funny when I say I'm Coach B, but I'm dead serious. First, I gotta give some thank yous. First, I gotta give thank you to Jesus. He's my Lord and Savior. He's the reason I'm here. Then I got to thank Mike Gerke. Because honestly, I would not be coaching at Auburndale if Mike Gerke wouldn't have said, hey, you should sign up for that junior high football position. So when you guys see Mike, give him a high five, give him a handshake, because there's no Coach B without Mike. Oh, there he is. Hey, Mike. Thank you to all the other coaches I work with. Thank you to all the teachers, the parents, especially the parents. You guys got some good seed because you produced it right here. You got some amazing kids here. You guys created some world changers. A lot of them in this room, they may not change the whole world, but they definitely changed mine. I had a couple memories of you guys we'll go through. We'll start with Mason Rakew, 5th grade football. I forgot who we were playing, but it was a home game, and it was like the last play of the game. He was playing line the whole game. We put him in at quarterback, and he just throws a bomb and completes it. And I remember the whole sideline going crazy, and I'm just jumping around looking for somebody to hug. He wouldn't hug his dad, obviously. That's what he's supposed to do. But I was looking for somebody to hug, and then finally I just gave myself some self-love. Then we got the jokes and the laughs from the weight room and in the buses. Because you guys know me, every time I see you in the hallway, you should go to the weight room. Let's go lift. You hear that from me all the time. If you don't, I'm probably sick or something. Even the victory dances, the TikToks, I remember those. Where's Gracie? Yeah. I didn't even know what TikTok was until one day she said, hey, you should see this video. And we did a TikTok dance. And then we would do it after every victory until we got yelled at. And then there was the tears and the hugs at the end of seasons, whether it was your freshman year, your junior year, senior year. I cried with most of you. Some of you, I don't have to cry with yet because we're going to state, right track, guys? Yeah, we're going to state. We'll cry later. And then just conversations on the bus with you guys, with some of you guys, just questions or random conversations that came out of nowhere, throwing yellow Skittles or whatever else you like to do. I've watched this class grow. I watched Alex and Adam go from crybabies to guys that are player of the year types. I watched Jarville go from not being here to actually participating and participating at a high level in everything that he did. I watched Trayton go from not knowing what he wanted to do, becoming one of the best leaders I've seen on a football field. I watched Sloan become a state champ. That was something amazing. And I watched Kimmy Lundgren do everything she did with joy in her face and a smile, no matter what it was. Even if she was mad at you, she would still smile, have a tear, and then just get it done. I watched Lily Hasenoro go from that annoying little girl that was at her brother's football games. Like, she was really annoying. And she became a leader and an organizer, and she's like a mom type. She's the mom of the class. It doesn't matter what you need. Lily's probably got it in her purse, or she'll find a Band-Aid for you or something. I watched Anna Marie Owie go from painting and having an art show to the next day coming and scoring 1,000 points, and then she didn't think anything of it. I got a lot of memories of you guys. I can't go through all of them because we'd be here until tomorrow or Thursday next week. I've watched you guys overcome a lot of adversity. I've watched you guys learn from home, even without internet. You still figured it out. I got to give it up to you parents again, because you guys raised some amazing kids. Have you ever stopped to talk to them before? Because I know they don't talk to you. I got to talk about some of the other things, like these kids have embraced my kids. My son wants to be like Adam. He wants to be like Sloan. My daughters want to be like the girls' basketball team. Because of the parents, you raised amazing kids. There's a lot of things I learned here at Auburndale too. I learned that a piccolo is actually not just an anime character, but it's something that you play in a band. I learned that you can have a front mullet and be cool, because I see Tim Schmidt walk around with it all the time. I learned that cowboy boots are an everyday shoe. I also learned that you can drink meals like Happy Meals, so you can just blend them up and it's good for you, I guess. I also learned you can show off a pig or a cow or a lamb and it not be cooked and people still give you a prize for it. So I got to give congratulations to you guys. You made it through. Some of you started here in 4K, some of you started here in 4th grade, some of you started here 3 years ago. It doesn't matter, you made it through. You made it through the grind. But now you're young adults and you're gonna hear this curse word a lot, responsibility. Now you're gonna have bills and classes and jobs, and now you have warranted feelings where you can be upset about things. You're not allowed to have feelings until you have a mortgage. But you're prepared. Your parents prepared you. Your teachers prepared you. Your parents taught you how to survive. Your teachers just got after you when you didn't turn in an assignment, especially in Mr. Carl's class. And then you had had coaches that set standards and expectations for you guys, and you guys all rose to the occasion. So I just want to leave you with a couple things that I've learned in my life. It may not have necessarily been here in Auburndale, but the first thing I've learned is you have no victory without support. The second thing I learned is you can impress people from a distance, but you can only influence them from up close. I want you guys to go with those words when you leave this building and really think about them. And then you know it wouldn't be an authentic Coach B anything if I didn't say these few things. This one's for Lucas. Let's eat. This one's for the girls basketball team. Shoot the J. This is for everybody. Let's go to the weight room. And this is for anybody in sports. You should join track. Especially the softball girls. Track practice is this way. I want to say congratulations again to you guys. You did a really good job of making it through and graduating. And I also want to thank you for voting me and allowing me to speak here. You guys have a great rest of your lives.
Next, we'll have the high school choir featuring a solo by senior Adam Cunninger. Under the direction of Miss Allison Kerner, sing From Now On from The Greatest Showman, arranged by Roger Emerson.
Drink champagne with kings and queens, the politicians praise my name. But those were someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. Crazy sweet, always leaving more. See you here, I remember always was
Please join me in welcoming the class of 2023 Salutatorian and class president, Ms. Kimberly Lundgren.
Well, we finally made it, everyone. I remember when we walked into school for the first time, nervousness and excitement all mixing together for our very first day. It's crazy to think that we've all made it this far, and it seems like not too long ago that we were walking into a classroom for the first time. It seems like just yesterday that we were making art projects and playing at recess, and here we are now, graduating and preparing for the next steps in our life. Looking back on how far we've come, I'm amazed by all the things we've accomplished over the years. Throughout our time in school, our class has been involved with sports, band, 4-H, showing, drama, and other clubs and activities, all while taking difficult classes and getting a head start for our future. We've also made it through COVID and quarantines, online learning, and all the other normal hardships of high school. Even with all of the mistakes and mishaps we've encountered, there have also been so many good times throughout our high school career. I will always remember our team wins, music-filled bus rides, hot marching band camps, weekend drama rehearsals, exciting field trips, laughter in the classroom, late-night chats with friends, and all the happy memories I got to share with so many of you. As we all begin this next chapter of our lives, I know that we will be able to overcome any challenges that come our way, and I believe in what we all have to offer the future. As we carry on to college, tech school, apprenticeships, the armed forces, and the workforce, I know that our class will make a difference, and I am so excited to see what comes next for all of us. Finally reaching graduation is a major stepping stone in all of our lives. We will be put into the real world as we begin to really learn what it means to live on our own and start to become our own person. Although there will be obstacles ahead of us, with many failures looming in the distance, I have hope that we will be able to move past those times to continue striving for our dreams. Remember all the challenges you have already overcome and all the people who are supporting you along the way. Throughout high school, even with all the late night studying, mornings catching up, retaking tests, and tears over pre-calc homework, we made it. Today is an exciting day, and I want us all to remember that excitement as we continue on our individual adventures. On behalf of my class, I want to thank all of the people that made this day possible for us. All the teachers that spent countless hours giving us notes, lectures, and help on homework. The guidance and office workers who managed our schedules, answered all our crazy questions we had, and supported us through everything. The custodians that made sure we came to clean classrooms and a welcoming school, and all the other staff that walked with us on this journey. I especially want to thank all the family and friends that supported us through life and pushed us to do our best. You had some of the biggest impacts on us, and I especially want to thank my mom and dad for always showing me love and support throughout life so that I could reach today. Lastly, I want to thank you, class of 2023, for growing up with me and creating memories that will last a lifetime. Continue to live in the moment and soak up all of today. You've earned it. Thank you.
All right, I guess I get the fortunate job to certify the diplomas. So by the power vested in me by the state of Wisconsin, the Department of Public Instruction, and the School District of Auburndale, I hereby certify that the students seated before me have completed all of their graduation requirements and are therefore eligible to receive their high school diplomas.
In your programs, you will see the future plans of each graduate is listed. If their plans are different than what is printed, I will make note as I announce those graduates. At this time, we are now going to be presenting the diplomas. As the students walk across the stage, they will be handed their diploma by our board members who are up on the stage. Ms. Kayla Goetz, Mrs. Sheila Cherney, and Mrs. Sue Rabb. They will then go over by Mr. Patterson and get a picture, and then join their spot on the risers. So if I could have the first row, please rise. Anna Marie and Aoi. Delaney Jean Becker. Destiny E. Blank. Matthew R. Bowman. James G. Bouchon. Michaela A. Boyer. Connor J. Brandel. Ian R. Brown. Catherine A. Christensen. Adam J. Dorhorst. Grace M. Engel. Josephine M. Ertl. Trevor J. Gannigan. Aaron A. Griesbach. Ashlyn K. Grimm. Ian W. Groskopf. Ashlyn E. Golden. Lily Christine Hasenwell. Wyatt J. Humshill. Hannah L. Jantz. Charles Jewell. Jace Katzenberger. Madison M. Corbel. Gracie M. Krings. Adam R. Cunninger. Kimberly Ann Lundgren. Lena M. Marcotte. Alexander Paul Mickish. Gage J. Morrow. Georgia K. Murphy. Nathan A. Nicolay. Yana R. Ansek, who will be going to UW Whitewater. Javel Owens. Mason D. Rayq. Amanda A. Rampazzo, our exchange student from Brazil. Kirsten N. Richardson. Isabel Sadik. Jaden V. Schmidt. Timothy D. Schmidt. Ella Schneider. Connor Spindler. Dawson J. Stasinski. Reed B. Tilburg. Trayton C. Weber. Brianna R. Weiler. Sloan William Welch. Mason Y. White Eagle. Emma Sue Wilcox. Alex T. Wolfert. Gabriel Glenn Wolfert. Lucas H. Yeski. Remington Cochan. And Don Patterson will have these photos on his Facebook page afterwards, so if you want to get these photos, let's give Don a round of applause for all he does with his photography for our sports teams. Just an amazing man, fortunate to have him helping out our district.
At this time, I would like to invite the class of 2023 to stand up and join me in the traditional turning of the tassels.
All right, just give us a couple minutes while we prepare the slideshow. So seniors, you can have a seat there. Our board members, if you want to go down, there's some seats available in that third row over there. And we'll have the slideshow going shortly.
Straight back. It's probably locked.
now. 2, 3, 4. This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Friends, and then the sun came crashing in. All the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. I'm never gonna look back. I'm never gonna give it up. No, just don't wake me now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks, the subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young. So set the world on fire. We shall ride and the sun. Tonight, we are young. So set the world on fire. We shall ride and the sun. No, I know I'm not you guys. I said I just know maybe we'll find your ways to solve the problem. But our friends and mine, so let's raise it up. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. We shall ride and the sun. Tonight, we are young. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those three words I said too much. They're not enough. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget the weird stories before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Let's waste time chasing cars around our heads. I need your grace to remind me to find my own. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're sold before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. All that I am, all that I ever was, is here in your perfect eyes. And all I can see, I don't know where, confused about how as well. Just know that these things will never change for us at all. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Hoping you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hoping the water rises, you build a wall. Hoping the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you say, I did it all. I did it all. Every second, this world is here. So many places and things that I did. Every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all you done and all you pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. Every second, this world is here. So many places and things that I did. Every broken bone, I swear I live. I swear I live. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. Every second, this world is here. So many places and things that I did. Every broken bone, I swear I live.